I felt incredibly blessed to receive the Seroptimist Violet Richardson Award. And also, I was just shocked. I couldn't believe that I'd won such a prestigious award for a project that I had started just for fun. It was one of the best experiences, and it was just kind of nice to receive kind of that little pat on the back. Hearing from Seroptimist, such an amazing organization. What you're doing, we think it's great, and I was shocked. I could not believe that I had won. I was so happy. I'm so happy to have found Seroptimist. I started Threads for Teens because I read this book called Generation Change by Zach Hunter. Generation Change is a book about different service projects that teenagers can do in their community to help out. I read the book and I was so just inspired and wanted to do something that very minute. My parents had given it to me for Christmas, and before that I kept saying, I really want to help out, but I'm too young. And this book just really cemented in my head that I'm not too young. I can do anything, just reading this book. One of the projects in the book was called Project Princess. It's giving teenage girls that can't afford prom dresses a dress that's been maybe worn once or twice because they're incredibly expensive. So it's really a great project. I think it's great. So I was like, well, why not take it one step further? And that's how Threads for Teens was born. I read the book. I finished it in one day. That night, I had a letter that I was going to be sending out about Threads for Teens, and I was so happy. That's how it started. My volunteer work at Threads for Teens is so varied. I do everything from cleaning the mirrors to sending out emails asking for donations. It's a great experience because I'm learning so much about it's kind of like running a business. It's a great experience to know, how to send emails using social media, which is kind of new for me, getting donations, organizing volunteers, and cleaning up the boutique. That takes a lot of work, actually. It can get pretty messy sometimes. Finding girls to come in, working with different social services organizations, finding foster girls. It's a great experience, and I do so much, and I'm so blessed to have so many volunteers that are able to come help me out because it can be a lot of work at times. I will use the money received from the Seroptimist Violet Richardson Award to help out Threads for Teens in several ways. Everything in here, almost everything is donated. However, there are some areas of clothing that we have not been able to get donated, which there is a need for some of these items, and that includes like underwear items, and also some different sizes of clothing have been harder to come by. Also, some of the money will be used to buy shoes, as we don't have many shoe donors. And another thing that we're kind of looking to expand into is something we did last year. We're going to be doing a big back to school drive in August and September, and have every girl that comes into the shop in the months of August and September receive a backpack filled with school supplies and other fun goodies. I love giving back to my community. Honestly, it's fun, and I've learned so much about other people, about how things work. I've learned how compassionate people are, and one thing I've done by helping my community is having these girls come in, and hopefully I can touch the lives of just one of the girls that's come in so far, so her life goes in a positive direction, whereas it might have gone in a negative direction had she not come to Threads for Teens. And hopefully that happens for all these girls. If Threads for Teens can touch the life of just one girl in a positive way, then we've accomplished our goal. But it is Threads for Teens' goal to touch as many lives as possible. And that's what I love about helping, because you never know. Maybe you were the person that helped turn that person's life around and go down a direction that it might not necessarily have gone, and that person became just a really happy and successful part of society. And I think that's what everyone's goal is when they give back, to help out and get some people that are having a hard time back on their feet. And that's what I love to do, because I sure hope that if I were ever in a bad situation, someone would help me out. I started out with a letter, and I'd read a book. I wrote the letter, and I didn't know what was going to happen. I sent it out, and I sent out some in the mail, some in email. Within hours, I had my first donation. I didn't think that would happen, to be honest. And this whole project has taught me that there are so many people in the world that are willing to help out, and that really humans as a whole, we're just an incredible species to be able to have this type of compassion and being able to help out other people. I have learned so much that I never probably would have learned if I hadn't done Threads for Teens, and I'm so happy to be able to be a part of it.